Alright, what's up guys? Frank here with another video, and today I wanted to show you, explain to you I've been on Amazon Merch for around 2 years now, and I simply wanted to show you my journey and all the events that went through these years, so that if you're on the same journey, you can quite know what to expect, have a better idea of what to expect, okay? So that my learning experience can also benefit you, okay? So let's go right in, okay? So here are my stats. Again, I'm using the plugin Pretty Merch, which I highly recommend. So here are my stats so far, okay? But what I really want to show you is the chart here, okay? It's basically my sell chart, okay? So it can give you a better idea of what to expect if you're starting, okay? So if I just slide back, we can see that I opened my account, my merch by Amazon account, um, in August of 2020, okay, as we can see here. And so as of right now, we're in December of 2022. So it's been around maybe 2.5 years that I've been on Amazon Merch. Okay. And so I'm going to use this guideline to explain to you what happened during these years and all the events that went during these years, so that if you're trying to replicate this, well, you can have a better idea of what to expect and what to do and what not, okay? And so, as you can see, the first months, okay, was pretty slow, okay? And that's because I was working my business, I was working print on demand as a side hustle, okay? I was doing it on the side because I actually had a full-time job, okay? I had a full-time job and I was working 8 hours a day for about 40 hours a week. And because of that, I was mostly working on my print-on-demand stores during the evenings and also on the weekends, okay? And so one of the reasons why it was pretty slow is because in the beginning, I was mostly focused on other stores. Okay, I remember perfectly the few first months that I created my stores. I was mostly focused on my Etsy store. Okay, my Etsy store. I focused a lot on my Etsy store, and I was trying, like, I was quite new in this, and I was trying to learn everything at once. Okay, so that's why it's been quite slow myself here because my focus was not really on Amazon merch. Okay, I was trying to learn everything at once, and because of that, it took a while for me to get some sales. Okay, and so if you're starting your print on demand journey, okay, I would recommend that you put way more focus on Amazon merch, because Amazon merch is probably as of right now, it's probably one of my main source of revenue, and so I would recommend you that that you focus more attention on Amazon merch, okay? And that's basically what it is. I remember back then all these few sales, these few months that you see here, okay? I remember that all these sales basically come from maybe one or two design, okay? I remember back then during these years, crypto was booming, Bitcoin was booming, and it was very popular back then. I remember that uh, my most popular design that I was able to make sales, especially in these months here, was well, the sales that I made were actually Bitcoin and crypto designs. So that's something to keep in mind, and I was able to make these sales. And today I know that crypto isn't that popular anymore because it kind of died off over time. But you know, the idea again, if you're trying to make sales, is really like to get the trend. Okay, get a trending topic or a trending event, whatever, and just try to make the most of it. Okay, so back then, during when I started, it was crypto, so I took advantage of that. So that's what you want to do. Okay, and So everything here, everything that you see here is completely organic, okay? It's completely organic. I've never used any ads. I've never promoted anything. So all the sales that you make, that you see here, are actually totally organic, okay? I never bought any ads. I never promoted any listings. So all these sales is basically people coming on Amazon and finding my listings using the keywords or the tags or the titles or whatever, and finding my listing and buying my listing, okay? So that's pretty much what it is, okay? And so as you can see, uh, it's really over maybe like April or May of 2021 that I tried to put more focus and more attention on Amazon merch, because I was watching videos and I was reading online, and it seemed that Amazon merch, like, you had to put a lot of focus in the beginning to start the ball rolling. So I try to put more focus on it, and it quite worked a little bit. It's really April of 2021 that I tried to to apply more knowledge and more focus. And as you can see here, it actually worked. Okay, and these these here I remember perfectly. Okay, as you can see, September of 2021 and October of 2021. Like, as you can see, all these big spikes here. Okay, like, it's one or two design. Okay, all these sales here. Okay, it's one or two design. Okay, and so there's the Pareto rule or something like this that says that 80% of your sales come from 20% of your products or whatever. But that's exactly what it is. Like, I remember perfectly. Okay, these sales here, those big spike, come from one or two listings. Okay, and these two listings made so much money that, like, the listing became so popular that, like, I was able to make a lot of money out of these designs. Okay, and it's only when I saw these spikes here, like, I at that moment, all my stores, okay, not just Amazon merch, but all my stores, Redbubble, TeePublic, Etsy, they were doing fine, okay? They were doing fine back then. And these two spike, like, they gave me a lot of confidence that, like, in November of 2021, it's actually in this month of November 2021 that I actually quit my job to go full time with my print on demand business, okay? And I don't regret it. Like, it's been one of my best decisions that I've made in my life. And here I am still doing it, okay? And so, as you can see, like, I quit my job right there, and over time, I kept working on my business, obviously, right? And now that I was doing it full time, I could put all my attention on it, okay? Not just Amazon merch, but also my other stores. So I was able to grow it by putting more attention on it. And as you can see, like, here we are right now in December of 2022. Okay, so you can see that it increased a little bit. Another thing to keep in mind as well is that in the beginning, since I was doing it part time, like, I actually hired a designer to create my design. Okay, since I was doing it part time and I was working a full time job, I was using the extra money that was coming from my job, and I actually hired a designer to create designs. Okay, and it's only when I quit my job in 2021 that I started to look into designing my own designs. Okay, and I remember, I think I started creating my own designs actually 2 months later. Okay, and so I quit my job in 2021, and in January of 2022, it's there that I started to. I think I actually fired my designer and I started making my own design. Okay, and using Canva, and I tried to learn more about Canva and how I can automate everything with Canva. Another important thing to note, okay, is how powerful Q4 is. Okay, Q4 is basically September, October, November and December. Okay, the end of the year, okay, is usually the period where I make most of my money. Okay, it's been that way in 2021. It's been this way right now in 2022, and we can't see it here. Okay, but also in 2020, like my other stores, we don't see it on Merch by Amazon because I was not quite in it so far, but in 2020, my other stores, okay, Redbubble and TeePublic, they were doing fine. Okay, it was really in Q4. But what I'm trying to say here is that yes, you can money all year with print on demand, but like Q4, okay, so the end of the year, okay, like September, October, November, and December are usually the best month where you'll make the most sales. Okay, and as we can see, we can clearly see it with this graph on Amazon Merch. Okay, but it's also true for my other print-on-demand stores. So that's just something very important to keep in mind if you're um, learning how print-on-demand works. So you should always keep like you should upload all year, like every month of the year are good months to upload because you know that at the end of the year everything that you upload during the year you'll get a reward from it. Okay, so that's something to keep in mind. Like the work that you put in all year, you'll see the result at the end of the year when Q4 hits. Okay, and so when Halloween comes, when Christmas comes, like people purchase a lot of gifts, and because of that, like you're able to make a lot of sales. So like you can upload and work all year, but you know that at the end of the year you'll be able to make money. Okay, so that's just something to keep in mind. And so that's pretty much what I wanted to show you in this video. Okay, and again, this is my US market, my US sales that I want to show you, and I hope that this video gave you insights, and I hope that it somehow helped you. And if you have any question, please let me know. Okay, thanks. Peace.